Hi there. Welcome back to 72 Sold Arizona Lifestyles. And we're lucky enough today, of course, to have Adam Dahlberg, one of my
Hello,
favorite
Holly. Good to see you again.
listing
I can't
partners.
believe it's already been a full week.
A full week.
I know.
Thank goodness for Wednesday I get to see Adam.
It's an amazing time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love your podcast, by the way. I love the direction that we've gone with this. And I think that it's really, I think we've had a lot of good episodes of emphasizing the beauty of the state that we live in and all the cool things that we have to offer and how special we are to be here.
And I'm really glad that I get to work with you and have you someone that's not as only a listing partner, but a good friend.
Love it. Who's this?
And here we have Erica DuCray.
Yes, Erica DuCray here. Yes. I am an Arizona native, lucky enough to be an Arizona native. And I am in the fashion industry. I'm a wardrobe stylist for Nordstrom. So it was funny, I was telling you earlier about like 65% of my business is Arizona real estate. So it's a fun way to be involved in our community by dressing people who sell houses and who bring people to our valley. So thank you so much for having me, Holly. I'm super excited. I'm kind of nervous, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming and share with us. I'm from Chicago originally, and I really feel like, especially when I came out here, there's so many beautiful people from the inside and out, but a lot from the outside. And Nordstrom's, of course, is one of my favorite stores. And share with us, what is it like living a life as a Nordstrom stylist?
Oh my gosh! So I actually, too, speaking about you being from Chicago, I feel like there's so many Chicago transplants from that have relocated here. So I've been with Nordstrom for 9 years. And it's what's cool about our company, and a lot of people, Nordstrom has a reputation of being a great place to work, which it is. And I think it's the job opportunity. You know, a lot of people will just assume and meet the salespeople and the stylists that work on the floor, but there's a whole operation behind scenes. So what's cool is there's so many opportunities job-wise, whether you're people-facing or not. But becoming a wardrobe stylist, my career's been interesting. I was hired at the age of 20. I said college was not for me. Putting myself in student debt was just not for me. And I knew I wanted to create. So I got a job at Nordstrom, and I had been in the retail scene since I was 16. And I worked my way up. I got promoted to management. I ran a department for a few years, just decided that managing other people was not for me. I was like, I'd rather just manage myself. And I took on the styling role, and that kind of blew up. And I'm right around COVID, I actually met a real estate agent, and she kind of really introduced me to the world of working within Arizona real estate and styling everyone from agents to lenders to title to kind of it all, and just being involved in that great community. But I think my passion really lies within being able to help women every day get up and get dressed and feel good about themselves. Men definitely, I do style men as well, but I don't feel like men have as emotional of a connection to clothing like women do. When you get dressed and you know you look good, you instantly feel good. And teaching women how to do that is like the end all be all for me.
And to you, what makes Scottsdale a unique fashion destination?
I think, especially being from here and watching the evolution of this city and fashion itself, I think we've gotten a lot cooler. I think LA has had a big influence. A lot of the people moving from California have an influence. It's definitely more casual. So, and I like being able to dress more casual. Like, there's nothing like going to like a really fancy restaurant and being able to wear like jeans and heels rather than have to wear like dress pants or a dress. So I like the casualization that also the Valley has brought to fashion as well.
Yeah. I see it too when we go out with my family and my wife. We love going out to new restaurants and openings. I came from that world before I was in real estate and the restaurant industry. And so we follow the trends of what's coming up, and, going out into these events and these grand openings and stuff, it really is more about, a lot of times, about the people and the show than it is about the food. At least that's just how Arizona we're kind of like LA 2.0, you know?
Right.
I say that all the time, actually.
And so we have a lot of, I don't want to say fashion forward thinking people here, but people that are very conscious of the way they look. And now with the availability of people like Erica and Nordstrom's and a lot of online stuff that's going on with, these companies like Stitch Fix and Taylor Brands and or Taylor Fashion or whatever it's called, and Rent the Runway, and a lot of these things where we can now see a lot more access to some things that back in the day you just saw like on the Paris runways and in LA and on the runway fashion weeks and things like that. We have availability to that, and you're right. It changes the feel that you bring to the party. When you're dressed in something And now let me ask you, so you do fashion design, right?
Yes.
So
I'm not a designer. I take what's already created and I put that on people and I style that.
So you're a people designer.
I will look at someone and I will ask them open-ended questions about kind of, you have to remember, we get dressed for what we do in our day-to-day lives. So fashion is lifestyle based. So when I dress people, the first few questions I ask are actually all based on lifestyle. Like, what does your day-to-day look like? And then from there, then I ask more specific niche questions of like, do you like looking more girly? Are you more of like that classic, like a Ralph Lauren type vibe? Like, and then from there, then I take that information and I use all different vendors and brands that Nordstrom carries. And then I create a look out of that. And I like having accessibility to multiple brands because I feel like that gives me the true, it gives me a true way to be creative versus just sticking to one brand in one box. I mean, for me, my life, I blew up the box years ago. That doesn't exist. So being able to take all the different things. And like you said, there's so much accessibility nowadays, especially like social media is huge too. The influencer and content creation market is huge as well. Yeah. And being able to draw inspiration from that too. So like I will ask people on a day-to-day what they want to wear and I help create that and bring that to life.
Erica, what are some upcoming fall fashions?
Oh my gosh, there's
for listeners
so
to hear. And what
many.
colors?
Okay, so colors are huge, and it's so nice to see different colors other than like your black and your hunter green. So we're gonna see a lot of chocolate brown, which I'm really excited about. Black is still prevalent. You're gonna see that every fall, especially in like your leathers. But red is a color that is gonna be, and I feel like some people have had this like hesitation to red, but red is gonna be the it color. And it's nice because then when you go into the holidays, red is already a color we're thinking of. And if you are scared of wearing red, I have told a lot of my clients, wear red accessories instead. So if you're normally like a black, white, and gray type of dresser, throwing on that like pop of red handbag or pop of red shoe, it's still a way to feel trendy and relevant, but then you're not in like head to toe super bold red. So
You're not just saying that because I walked in a tablecloth and a shirt. Right? I know you're trying to lead down that path and give me some praise there. I appreciate that. So let me
I just want to make you feel in trend, okay?
Right,
that
right.
was the goal
Gray
today.
pants and red shirts are the in thing. It will be in the next 6 months. Make sure everybody goes. So 2 scenarios. We have scenario A. I need to dress up for a specific event. I have not me, I'm asking. This is the people that I'm sure you're seeing, right?
100%.
So I'm dressing up for a party. I'm coming into Arizona maybe for some type of bachelorette party or a wedding or whatever. It doesn't really matter what it is. I'm going to go see you because I need that perfect outfit. Scenario 2, and you'll see why I'm asking you in a second. Scenario 2 is I just started a new career, just got my real estate license, right? I want to impress all my clients that I'm going to have.
And my company.
And I was a stay-at-home mom for the last 10 years. My kids are now, out in school, and it's time for me to begin a career. I need wardrobe that's beyond Target sweatpants and Lululemon yoga pants or whatever I typically wear. I live in Gilbert. It's the Gilbert mom uniform.
I went to high school in Gilbert, so I get it.
Lululemons and the sweatshirt and the scarf and a chai tea latte.
Don't forget the Lulu fanny pack too.
Oh, right.
And
right.
how about the third scenario? I just got divorced and I want to like meet some men and
there we go.
Sexy and fun. And
it's funny and it's safe to say I've literally styled all 3
So
of these things you're mentioning.
Give us a pie chart of these clients.
Okay,
Right.
so pie chart, if we're doing like special event, bachelorette party, wedding, whatever, I do that. Probably the 2 I do the most are going to be the lifestyle, like I also deal with I just had a baby. So I'm in this new body that I'm not used to. So I style that a lot. But basically I will call and I'll ask these questions and get that information. But I will say probably about 20% is going to be like I got a new job. I'd say the 40% is women's bodies changing and just needing to come in, or I just got divorced, like those big life changes. That's a big one. And then the other, I'd probably say about 60% is like the special occasion. So the wedding, the bachelorette, that's what I do a lot of.
So walk us through how this would work. Let's say somebody's coming into Arizona, or let's say somebody is moving from Chicago and they threw away all their coats. And they go, I'm just going to go out there and start.
And then they realize actually come mid-January, it's 32 degrees and
we need a
it's
coat.
actually cold.
Yeah.
They go to Nordstrom's, right?
Okay.
They walk in and they go, how do you come into play? And then what's the process of getting you to be part of it?
Actually, just telling Holly this earlier, I am one of like 4 or 5 of us who only work off appointments. So you can't walk into Nordstrom and be like, hey, I want to shop with Erica. I will already be booked for the day. I book about 4 to 5 days out, actually. And I run anywhere from 2 to 3 appointments a day. So I have a direct booking link that I send a lot of people. And now that my business is mostly referrals, I end up doing a lot of it through like sending links through Instagram, whatever. Maybe they reach out to me about 24 hours prior to the appointment. I'll call them and I'll do my questionnaire and I'll ask all those questions under the sun. Is it an occasion? Are you getting divorced? Whatever it may be. And then I ask those more, like I said earlier, niche questions. Like, what are your personal preferences? What is your ideal image? Who do you want to dress like? Or who do you want to be? And then from there, I pull the entire room, shoes, clothing, handbags, jewelry, the whole nine. I create a wardrobe for these people, and then they come in and they just get to play dress up. And that's what's super fun is the hard work is already cut out for, like, you don't have to do the hard work.
There's no extra charge.
It's a free service that Nordstrom offers. And that's, I think, one thing that is so slept on is that this is free. Like, you don't have to pay a dime for that. And also, too, if you do sign up, I will solicit the Nordstrom card for a quick second. If you do actually sign up for the Nordstrom card and you move up through our levels, we actually offer closet services, too, where a stylist can come to your home and clean out your closet as well, which is incredible. So that's a fun time too. Yeah.
Really?
So,
what level is that?
So your anyone can do it with the Nordstrom card, but you have to pay money. Your top level, so your icon level, that will actually be, you get a free closet clean out a year. So that's complimentary on us. And if I'm correct, I think the closet clean out runs, I need to refresh. So it's either between $200 and $300. But then that money you pay actually goes towards you buying products. So then if you want to come in, say I come to your house, I clean out your closet, you pay the $300, whatever it is to do it, then you can come into the store and redeem that $300 for clothing, which is cool.
Yeah.
So
good to know.
So all of the services that you do, the setup, I'm sure you meet them with a mimosa when they come in the morning.
I wish it's more like a hot coffee because we can't have alcohol when the store's open, but I've been pitching for that for years. Let me tell you.
You're on a show here. I know how it really goes in reality. So you show up, you're there with, you have this like wardrobe laid out, right?
It's an entire fitting room setup. It's super
They have their own fitting room area, private, personalized. Wardrobe in there. But you can do in-home services for people that want to pay for that service.
Yep.
And actually go out and meet them at their office or meet them at their home, clean out their closet and get them on a new life, a new lifestyle, right? A new season.
100%.
Really whatever budget. Is there a particular budget that you have to apply to?
Nope, we work with any budget. That's what's cool about it too, is we're really, really flexible. I think the biggest thing is we want to build brand loyalty and we want anyone to feel welcome at our store. So like I love that. I work with any sort of budget because to me, I see the longevity in building relationships with clients.
That's what we do too.
So you may come in and you may spend $200-$300, right? But then if that's a good experience and you had so much fun working with me, I know that in 2-3 months, you're going to reach out again and come in. So it's the longevity of relationship that I really pride myself in building with using Nordstrom is like, I want to get to know my customers because these are people that I know if I can instill confidence now, I will have them in my, like as a client for the rest of my career.
Here's the thing. Okay.
Break it down for me.
We all pay at some point for convenience, correct? It doesn't matter. You can think of it from, I'm looking outside the window here to a restaurant. These people could easily be home and cooking lunch for themselves, but they don't. They pay a premium price to have good quality food made for them so that they could get in and get out. We pay for folks to come pick up our laundry and take it to the laundromat or take it to the dry cleaner and deliver it back to us. We pay a couple bucks a shirt for that. Everything that we do, going out, going in the evenings and go see a movie, we could watch at home for free. All of these things we do because it's things that for us provide happiness and it provides a way for somebody else to make a living doing something that they're really good at that maybe we don't take the burden off ourselves. Not everybody in this world is very fashionable. And I think we could just simply walk around on any given day.
People watching is my favorite thing to do, trust me.
And judge, right? What's our favorite thing to do? We're all a bunch of Judge Judys in here anyway.
I mean, at least you're honest about it.
Every time we see somebody, we're picking them apart. But here's the thing. If you're in a position of importance, if you're in a position in life where you want to feel good about yourself, it's very intimidating to feel that you're at a level of style when maybe you came out of a situation where style wasn't part of your life. You're a stay-at-home mom or you were in a home work position forever. And now you have to go to the office. A lot of people that's happening right now, right? Folks got, put stay at home during COVID. Maybe they had a baby or two during that time. Maybe they gained some weight or they lost weight. And now they're forced to go back to the office. And they just are like looking at their wardrobe going, and I don't even know where to start. Right. Now, there's some really good services that have come along, particularly the ones I know, like for men, like the Stitch Fix and the tailors and the, what's it called? Some other ones out there, Stately Men or whatever. I just know the men, Rent the Runway is for women. So there's some really good online services there that, provide options. But again, it's online and, you don't
want to wait 3 to 8 days to get that outfit when you need to wear it.
It's so much fun to come in and shop.
But if you come in,
the human connection, I think people when you talk about convenience of services, the human connection, I think, is what will keep the in-store brick and mortar retail alive. Nordstrom prides itself on its people. And I think its people is the reason why Nordstrom still is so prevalent and does so well, is because when you come in and see me, it's not like I'm filling out a questionnaire online. I know my clients' birthdays. I know about their kids. I know about what's going on in their lives. And like I said, I think being able to build that trust. So when I dress someone, they have trust. They know I know what I'm doing. And it's so important because once again, we're all even in real estate, we're all in a business of people. We're all people facing, and it's the human connection that keeps our businesses afloat. You know what I mean? When I'm going through a rough patch and I can reach out to a client and be like, hey, we just got this in, and I know that I made a difference in their day by helping them with something they need. That's also, I think, something the feeling behind getting dressed is super important.
Yeah. And you're going to have to buy clothes anyway. Why not create that relationship with somebody that can guide you in an expert way that maybe you might not have built into yourself? And that's fine. We all are experts in what we do on whatever level that you're in, whatever career you're in. If you were to eliminate the things that are difficult in your life and leave those to somebody that's what they are passionate about, your life is going to be so much easier. And it's you're going to spend money on stuff anyway. Let somebody help you. And what you guys got right is that you're not doing it online where you're just, sending out the same shirt to the, 100,000 people, but it's a very personalized experience. And on top of that, it doesn't cost anything. You're not paying a premium to come in. You're
buying the clothes regardless.
You're going to buy them anyway.
That's
my daughter worked at Nordstrom for a little bit, Britney.
Yeah.
And I love the customer service and how you guys relate to people. And we even do that with real estate. And that was a good stepping stone for her too, because she learned great customer service, the importance of remembering people's birthdays, anniversaries, touching them, caring about them. I think Adam and I do that a lot when we're with clients.
Yeah,
absolutely. I know you were in New York last week.
Yeah. So I was actually in Minnesota last week, but I was in New York. So I go to New York. I'm lucky enough to be able to go to New York for both fashion weeks. So I go every time in September and every time in February. And I have been able, with the digital tools that Nordstrom has provided, we have this wonderful thing called Style Board, where it's basically like a Pinterest board of items. I was able to partner with that and my Instagram page, and that's kind of what opened up the doors to have Nordstrom let me travel to different stores across the country, just because obviously different stores have different product and different events and things like that. And so I'm able to then fly to those different stores in different states and sell out of those stores for days at a time just on my cell phone. And then I don't pick up customers off those sales floors. I use my clients. So if my client is looking for a Dior bag that's in Minnesota, or there's a cool Celine piece that's in New York, I have the opportunity to go and travel on behalf of Nordstrom and service my clients even thousands of miles in a different state, which is cool.
Yeah. How does Nordstrom contribute to the fashion and shaping fashion? And
I think Nordstrom is a really big leader in that, because they always just want to evolve and be in the know. And I think Nordstrom over the past few years, they've done a great job of connecting with the younger demographic, as well as still keeping the clients and customers that they have in the older demographic, because I think I was telling you earlier, we see value in investment and longevity. So I want to attract those college kids now, because then once they get the jobs, once they start making the money, Nordstrom will be the first retailer that they go to buy that suit for their first job, to get the dress for their big meeting coming up. So they want to really get that younger demographic now to watch them grow like they have with clients and customers in the past. So they're.
And that's just I think this is where we're heading, just in society. It was always left up to the individual, but to have this specialized service and experts in what you're passionate about, but what you're really good at doing, and really no additional fee at all. I mean, it's even, I'm sure the way that you can put things together, can complement somebody in a way where they can match certain tops with certain bottoms.
We call that a capsule wardrobe. I'm going to teach you something
capsule
new
wardrobe.
Today. Yes.
Well, I've actually heard that term before, and I'll tell you why. So I've been down this road, not myself personally. My wife changed careers years ago when my son went back to school. She got hired on to be a teacher basically at his school, just so she could spend time with him.
Right.
So I sent her to Nordstrom's. I believe his name was Sean Erickson. Is he still there?
Sean, yeah.
So sent him to with Sean. He went in the morning. It spent an afternoon. Would put these different outfits on, take pictures, on her phone, so she knew how to mix and match the different things. And for what she would have spent on her own, probably less than actually, quite honestly, what she would have spent on her own, because my wife would have gone, well, I need 5 tops and 5 bottoms. But he showed her a way that she could,
mix and match,
and have a, what's it called?
Capsule
wardrobe, right?
Yeah, if you actually do the mathematics behind it, if you do like 3 tops, 3 bottoms, 2 dresses, 2 jackets, I think that creates like something like 37, 38 outfits. If they're all in the same color scheme. Yeah. So when you pick a capsule wardrobe, you want to do similar colors or similar patterns, because then when you go home, it's easier to match. So whether that's browns and like beiges, or whether that's blacks and whites, or whether that's shades of gray and navy, a lot of people, that's like when they tell me, hey, I want a capsule wardrobe, that's where I start.
Husbands, boyfriends, wives, girlfriends with girlfriends. If you're looking for that perfect gift, whether it's a birthday, whether it's Christmas coming up, send your significant other to Erica.
Come see me at Nordstrom.
Go to Nordstrom, set an appointment. We'll get your information, contact information here in a minute. Set up that appointment. And if you're going to spend money on going out to dinner and guessing what you're going to, buy her for, maybe it's an anniversary coming up, maybe it's a big birthday, whatever the case might be, maybe it's just a congratulatory type present. The best money you will spend I think what you're going to make your significant other, the impression you're going to give of creativity, but also the amount of confidence that you're going to raise them by coming out of this appointment, feeling good about themselves, looking good, feeling good with what they're putting on every day. Send them to a capsule appointment, right?
Erica, what advice do you have for your perspective as a stylist for people wanting to actually
just speak to like life and like having a great attitude in general. My dad gave me this one great piece of advice. When you wake up every day, you have to remember you are not guaranteed that fresh breath when you wake up, right? So when you wake up and you get to take a fresh breath of air, you have a choice. You have a choice to have a good day and you have a choice to have a bad day. And that is completely up to you. So then if you choose to have a good day and you go to your closet, put on something that makes you feel great. And if you don't have something, then obviously I'll give you my information. We can book an appointment and make that happen. But I think the biggest thing is finding a few items in your closet that you truly know make you feel good. Like you can look in the mirror, you can look yourself in the eyes and you're like, dang, I look great today. Like it's going to be a great day. I think there's, like I said, that's my number one thing is there's such a connection between looking good and feeling good that I think a lot of people will undermine based on, like you said, staying home and having to take care of kids. I just got out of a divorce. Like being able to find that energy to wake up and feel good and finding the clothes that match that energy.
That's great. Mm-hmm. Something else that's I'd like to share is when you have you get married or you have, your new job or you're going on a fun party or vacation, you always buy those outfits. And I think photos are important, but also certain outfits help trigger my memory. Oh, I wore this on my first date or
There's sentiment. There's a lot of, when I do closets, especially, this is something I talk about. There are a lot of people that hold on to items, like clothing items that have sentimental value, whether it be your wedding dress, whether it be that dress that you got engaged in, or whether it be that suit that you wore to that interview that got you that first job. And those are always things I think people should hold on to because those, whether you're wearing them or not, they actually trigger those memories of happy times.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Listen, you have a service, you provide something so special to men and women of what you do. And to Nordstrom's credit, right? They created this position. They created this idea.
Oh, 100%. They've opened so many doors for me. And it's funny. At the age of 24, 25, I had no idea what was about to happen. So when I stepped into the sales position again, and I said, I'm going to be $1 million stylist, I was able to do that and accomplish that. And I just didn't ever see the opportunities that were going to arise. So I'm super lucky and thankful to Nordstrom for not only my hard work, but being given that space to be able to do that and truly create.
Great. It's good that you feel good. Are there local designers and fashion influencers in Scottsdale or in Arizona that you...
There's some, it's really up and coming, but it's really cool to see some different like content creators. There's a few that come to mind. There's a good friend of mine named Philip Robert. He's incredible. He does a lot of campaigns all over the Valley, whether it be local restaurants, hotels. One of my good friends, Taylor Archer, she actually owns a jewelry company called Rad and Ray, and they actually just opened their store over the weekend. So that's super exciting. There's another stylist that I really love named Affy. She used to be a stylist at Neiman's, and she actually does freelance work for Nordstrom as well, brings her clients in. So it's been super cool being from here to watch not only the growth in restaurants and things to do and places to be, but also the growth in fashion. Because for a long time, I was seeing a lot of True Religion jeans and a lot of Miss Me, and it was it's a dark time. Yeah, Ed Hardy, all of that can stay in 2007 and never come back. Right. Don't want to see Juicy Couture either. Right.
So what are the most popular things people should have, like must-haves?
Oh, must-haves. I feel like everyone. See, I'm like I like tailoring it to specific people, but I think everyone needs a great pair of denim. I think everyone needs a great jacket, a great blazer.
What do you think about the flare jeans?
I love the flare jeans. The only thing is you have to know how to do those for your body type. So if you are 5'3" or 5 foot, anything smaller than 5'5", you need to wear crop flare or crop baggy jeans because you don't want to look like you're wearing your dad's pants that look 7 sizes too big. So it's all about like, if you have those trendy items that you want to wear and you want to feel on trend, but you're worried you can't pull them off, whether it be your body size or your height or whatever that may be, it's all about figuring out an alternative. And that's where partnering with an expert like myself or any of our stylists at Nordstrom, we're able to help you feel trendy, but still look great with the body type that you have.
What are the kind of like popular jeans that people should?
I'm obsessed currently with 7 for All Mankind. I also love Citizens of Humanity, and I just shot a campaign for Mother Denim that is launching here soon. So I'm really excited for that. To speak to like the things I do digitally with my styling career, we have this thing called social seeding with Nordstrom, and basically it's like they've taken the top digital stylists in our company and they've given us an opportunity to basically be content creators for Nordstrom. So Nordstrom and the brands gift us items, and obviously we have the choice to be given an item. So if it's not something that like I feel passionate about, I can opt out of that. So I'm not just getting all this free stuff and like shoving it. I'm really passionate about selling product that I believe in. If I don't believe in the product, just like you don't believe in a house, like you're not going to sell a house if you're not like in love with it, right? So if I'm not going to sell a product if I don't believe in it. So I'm given these products and then I create content for them, which is fun because that's another way to be really creative and then love what I do and then hope that those clients are inspired by the products that I'm wearing.
So what is your Instagram? How do we
my Instagram, it's a mouthful. So it's styled by, so styled with a D, by, B-Y, _E DuCray. Yep. So it's a mouthful. We can put that in a caption somewhere.
Yeah, we'll
but in there, that's how a lot of people reach out to me to book appointments is through Instagram, or people will get my phone number and book it that way. And what's nice is I do have a direct booking link that I actually post every Sunday. So if I have any appointments for the upcoming week, I'll post that link and people can click on that link in my stories on my Instagram to book an appointment.
And are there different types of Nordstroms? Like our Nordstrom store, how is that?
So there's like different levels of Nordstrom, and I obviously can't go too far into detail, just obviously working for the company, but there's obviously different size stores. So like our Chandler store that used to be open that unfortunately closed during COVID, I worked there for 4 years, loved that store. That was a smaller store. Scottsdale is one of the largest stores in the entire company. And it reflects that, and it's reflected that for years. We have such great product. And it's almost a lot. It can be really overwhelming. And that's something I always tell people. It's nice to work with a stylist because there's almost too much to pick from. There's too many camel sweaters, too many navy suits. How do I know what's going to fit me? And that's also where a stylist like myself can come in.
What's your phone number? How do people reach you? Set up an appointment.
I don't have a work phone, so I'm not going to actually give out my personal phone number over.
We'll have it on the podcast.
Okay, that's totally fine. We can look that way.
Yeah, that'd be great. So everybody, thank you so much for joining. Yay! Thank you, Adam, Erica, and please.
Adam wins today with the red shirt. He's so trendy.
Yeah.
He's so trendy.
I'm so fashion.
Yes. Thank you so much, and please tune in next week and enjoy the podcast. Bye for now.